looking at what she is mouthing, reading lips, it looked like she said effing trash, effing white girls. That's what
she now appears to be calling out Caitlin Clark and all trash effing white girls in the WNBA. Again, so many people.
Let's read what some people are saying, man. Nobody knows what she said, and we shouldn't condemn her based on speculation, in my opinion. It should be on what.
Did the WNBA just ignore one of the most controversial moments on live television? Brittney Griner was caught mouthing the words, trash white girl, at Caitlin Clark. But here's the real shocker. The league did nothing. No fines, no statement, nothing. If the roles were reversed, would Caitlin Clark face the same leniency? This isn't just about words, it's about the league's credibility, crumbling under the weight of its own no space for hate campaign. Why does it feel like there are different rules for different players?
WNBA about to open up an investigation on this? I mean, currently they say they're investigating Indiana Fever fans.
Oh man, effing trash, effing white girls. Effing trash right there, effing white girls.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Racist noises, slurs, all of these supposed things that nobody can seem to prove.
From the looks of it, I have to say, man, it does look a little derogatory. All right, it looks a little crazy. Okay.
Again, and they're like, oh crap, we've got no proof of anything. All the while, we sit back and watch Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark and Brittney Griner, two of the biggest names in basketball, yet on one particular night, their names ended up tied to a moment that fans can't stop talking about. During a heated matchup, the cameras caught Brittney Griner allegedly mouthing the words trash white girl in Clark's direction. It was quick, easy to miss if you blinked, but for those who caught it, the implications were impossible to ignore. The WNBA has heavily promoted its No Space for Hate initiative, emphasizing sportsmanship and unity.
Like if Caitlin Clark didn't have a video with her mouth shaping around saying something about effing black girls.
Shame on you, Brittney. Oh well, what do you expect from an America-hating WNBA player?
So when news of this incident broke, it felt like a test of how far the league would go to uphold those values. Yet the league's reaction, or lack thereof, is what raised the bigger controversy. No fines, no penalties, not even a public acknowledgement that something had occurred. It was silence, plain and simple. Imagine for a second if the roles were reversed. What if Caitlin Clark had been caught on live TV saying a comment perceived as racially charged? Fans were quick to speculate that the backlash would have been massive, with swift consequences to follow. Memes of hypothetical headlines flooding Twitter painted Clark as a scapegoat within hours. The double standard was obvious to some and impossible to ignore.
He doesn't say trash effing white girl. I don't know what to tell you. I've seen some people making some mental gymnastics.
It's not looking good for Brittney Griner. Actually looking like she's saying some very derogatory things about a specific race.
This isn't the first time the WNBA's enforcement has felt selective. Take the league's response to less high-profile players violating rules. In 2021, 2 athletes from opposing teams were fined for minor on-court altercations, skirmishes that didn't even escalate to the level of verbal remarks. Fans on Reddit pulled no punches, with comments like, "So fines for a shove but nothing for this." Really, the pattern isn't just frustrating to watch, it's damaging to the league's promise of fairness. Actions, or in this case, the lack of them, send messages. Skipping accountability sets troubling precedents. Fans are already asking, what's stopping another player from taking their frustration too far? And with each incident, the WNBA's credibility takes a hit. Which begs the question, what is it about Brittney Griner that keeps her untouchable in the eyes of the league? Let's take a closer look. Brittney Griner's presence in the WNBA isn't just influential, it's outright dominant. At 6 feet 9 inches with a wingspan that disrupts entire offensive schemes, She's a player who redefines what's possible on the court. But that dominance has sparked questions, ones that extend well beyond basketball. Griner's physical attributes, her height, shoulder width and hand size, aren't just advantages. They've led to debates about fair competition in women's sports.
To try to decipher what it is Brittney Griner was saying. By the way, she fouled out of a WNBA game against Caitlin Clark.
So I can only imagine if she messed around and had a video that was close to something like this. Come on, fam.
Was caught on camera saying what appeared to be some not very nice things about white girl Caitlin Clark during her little WNBA.
Players have expressed frustration over having to adapt their strategies to avoid a block or outmuscle someone who seems nearly untouchable in the paint. Some argue that her physical capabilities fall outside the normal range of what effort and training alone can accomplish. It's not just the players noticing. Anecdotes from flight attendants and hotel staff have fed speculation about Griner. Small details, from unusually deep vocal tones during casual interactions to other unexpected observations, keep resurfacing. Critics have pieced these moments together, claiming they hint at something more. It doesn't help that rumours swirled after the now infamous social media moment when a topless photo of Griner wasn't flagged by Instagram's detection AI. The system, designed to block female nudity, classified that image differently, treating it as a male torso. This wasn't some small technical hiccup. Experts pointed out that it directly reflected the AI's programmed criteria, adding even more fuel to ongoing debates about her identity.
Things all the time. We keep being told it's not about race, but yet things like this appear to happen.
And yeah, you can be in the heat of the moment and things like that. I heard the wildest things when I was playing sports.
And here's the thing, Brittney Griner's on-court dominance is what keeps these questions front and centre. Her shot-blocking records, her ability to cover ground other players can't, her physicality, it's all framed by these conversations. Other sports have faced similar issues when it comes to athletes sparking debates over eligibility. For example, the controversy surrounding transgender athletes has forced governing bodies to test the balance between inclusion and fairness.
To send out the vitriol to Caitlin Clark. So I don't blame people for coming at Brittney Griner. I don't blame people for pointing it out.
Yes, there's a certain amount of lip reading that's going on here, but y'all let you be the judge because I don't think it takes.
At the end of the day, I need her side to actually say what it is. But looking at what the video is mouthing here.
Yet the WNBA seems determined to avoid addressing these whispers publicly, a strategy that only deepens the divide. Even outside the US, questions lingered during her detention in Russia. Secrecy around where she was held added another layer to the mystery, sparking theories that documentation on Griner's identity played a role. So why the silence? The WNBA's selective enforcement doesn't just damage its reputation, it's unravelling the trust of fans and players who expect the league to practice what it preaches. Brittney Griner's alleged comments contradict the core values of the No Space for Hate campaign, and ignoring it sends a troubling message. Rules can't be bent depending on who's involved. Accountability only works when it's consistent. If the WNBA wants to stand as a beacon for equality and fairness, they've got a choice to make. Is protecting their image worth more than preserving the integrity of the game? Fans are demanding answers, and rightfully so.